Gradle plugin first, because I have this Gradle plugin attached here, on which I'm also working on. Okay, let's open some dummy project. I don't know what idea project, and here we have a Gradle project. Yeah, trust it. Is there anything? Yeah. I wonder if this works like that. Show options. Because I didn't set any icon or anything. It didn't ask me for that. Let's maybe run the debugger and check if it stops here. Yeah, it stops here. So that's probably the right direction. I'm back. You mean I was away? There was any glitch in the stream? I was offline? No way. 5 minutes down. Okay, where were we? What was the last time? What was the last thing you've seen? So we'll do a quick recap. Okay, I created these two classes. Okay, so you didn't miss much because I was waiting for project to properly rebuild. So yeah, we've created here implementation for the usage filtering rule provider, and passed here a list of rules with a single usage filtering rule. This one is wired in the plugin XML. So we are passing this class to the usage filtering rule provider. And basically that's that. I have started the IDE with some dummy project inside. And here I am invoking this command B shortcut to look for any references, and we are stopping at this specific breakpoint. So we know that this filtering rules provider is actually working. I believe it is failing because of no action with this ID or something like that. Let's clear that and proceed. Incoming, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here it is not showing us anything significant. Probably we should search for some dummy action. Okay, sorry, I was distracted for a moment. So let's search for an action. Okay, and what's that? JDevKit API dump filtering rule ID. Okay, probably this is just some identifier used by internals to track if the rule is active or not. And here, this usage filtering API dump, this is an actual action. So we can try this. We can try invoking this action. So let's use its ID here. Okay, let's mute those breakpoints. Okay, something is broken now. So it wasn't what it's not expecting this splash screen action to be used here. Show splash. But yeah, that's that. Let me just get back to this action. Maybe this is a specific action. And it's implementing some specific interface. Icon, action ID. Empty action. Okay, that's an empty action. Icon. Let's use it. Why not? Still inside our plugin XML. No, not that. Here, let's use my action. And I don't know, we need some fancy. Okay, let's use this one. And let's see if this empty action will be shown to us. Yep, it's here. Voila. So exactly that way you can inject your custom actions. Do you need to anything more from me? I mean, copy this name, snippet, whatever. Okay, you took a screenshot of the extension point 9. Okay, fine. Actually, git hub just github.com in plugin XML and I'll write this down for you. In Markdown, and pass it to you in a gist, just to make things easier for you, because why not? That's a plugin XML, and okay, there's this, and there is that. Create public gist. I want to mark down here. Okay. Let me write it down for you in a chat. Oh, come on. Okay, here it is. Cool. Uh-huh. Okay, where were we? Splash screens. What time do we have now? It's, oh my god, yeah. Meetings. But I think I'm cool. Yeah. I'm good. So let's get back to splash screens. I should find how to customize the behavior when I toggle that button. Yeah, that's on you. Good luck with that. Okay, merge, same line, splash manager. Okay, so we have so far updated those images. Okay, so we have this splash screen for 2026.2 with a star, and this one is displayed here. Yeah, it was here. And yeah, we basically can't and shouldn't update those resources just like that, because that will require rebuilding the IDE. Rebuilding and redistributing. Still, those files, I read that, sorry, on Stack Overflow or Reddit, that, well, those images are obviously delivered to you with the IDE distribution. And what's that? Yeah, that one. Ah, come on. So here we have a bunch of jars, and one of them is also a jar that contains those resources. For IntelliJ Ultimate, I'm using here, so this is pointing to my idea. Those PNG files names will be different because this one points to idea community. PyCharm will have different files, other IDs as well. Maybe different location. The location also most likely differs between versions, because now in 2026.2 we are splitting all modules into smaller pieces, less jars, etc. So the location of those splash screens, images, will be different. And we can't assume that it is always there. So if we'd like to change those images in place, we'll have to find this specific jar, decompile it, or simply, because jar is a zip archive, like this is archive, so we can swap those images inside this specific jar, replace it with something different, then restart IDE, and image should be replaced with our new version of the splash screen. I'm not super happy with this kind of solution. And instead, I would rather go for changing things programmatically to some degree. So here, file get cache file splash image path app info splash image URL. So from let's restart that for a sec. So splash image path. So this one comes from app info. App info contains some basic information about the ID we are currently running. And for example, for the ID Ultimate, we can do something like, contents, resources, product info JSON. Come on. What's going on? Okay. So yeah, all the info about this splash image URL what's going on? I don't know. Is coming from this. Come on, it's so annoying. So this is warp. Sorry, again. So all the info is coming from the product info JSON JSON file, and here we this jumping warp up is annoying. Where is my... Yeah, here. Thank you. So no, it's not here. So the splash image URL is coming from a different place. But it doesn't matter. And the splash image path is still just a file name. But so first it's going from the cache. Otherwise, yeah, it's going from cache again. Otherwise, we are diving into the doLoadImage method. And the doLoadImage method is getting the original image for startup. There is this requested path, and this requested path is get resource data, description, image, blah blah blah. Let's stop somewhere here. Okay. Probably will not stop here because of the cache. Where was this cache? Out, system, splash. Get resource data. And here data is our image loaded from class loader. So yeah, you see the problem. Images are loaded from class loader from resources. So the image has to be present in the image has to be bundled. And there is currently with this implementation, there is no possibility for loading that from outside of the IDE. And I would like to do that exactly that way, to specify somehow a path to an external file in your file system, pass it to the IDE, and make IDE not load things from resources like here, but from anywhere. Maybe even URL, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so get resource data. Okay. this thing is loading also other resources, so we shouldn't mess around at this place to don't break anything more important than the splash screen. Hmm. Okay. Where you can inject the URL. Well, I can't inject it yet, but I want to extend the IntelliJ idea with a possibility for reading the system properties, for example. So you can basically start your ID with system property, which will point to a new splash screen on your in your file system, and then we'll be able to create, for example, a custom plugin that will provide you with a list of custom splash screens, for example, a gallery, and it will set for you this system property. So you can basically pick something that this plugin will provide you with and restart ID and use this custom image, or point to something different you will draw on your own. Because for now, ID is loading with those splash screens only from resources. ID, I mean Java resources, from jars. So yeah. Or alternatively, we could add another jar to the class path of the IDE with custom splash screens and swap this file name. So we'll not have to use any system properties, but third-party plugins are not loaded that early. So this jar can't be actually distributed through a plugin because ID at the booting point doesn't know about any custom plugins yet, third-party plugins. It doesn't really know about most of bundled plugins as well, because yeah, the splash screen part is executed a bit early. So yeah, probably going for a system prop would be the best way. If this code will work properly, I can draft a pull request and maybe this will get accepted by the core team. Who knows? If yes, if they will merge such a feature, we'll be able to go wild with passing any system property. And yeah, enable this splash screen swap feature for everyone. So yeah, image cache, splash manager. So again, here, splash image path. Get cache file. We are not interested in getting the cached file. Do load image, and that's the latest occurrence. So yeah, do load image. I remember there was something more about that. I mean, how is this Kotlin logo loaded? So probably this file is available in the community distribution and this repo, but the code responsible for loading it is not there. Okay. Idea community. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's still here, but in different place. Okay, so this thing is okay. So splash image URL. That's an interface for application info. The splash image URL is not a property, but a getter, and it has a specific implementation here. And that's what we were looking for. So it's not returning something from this Polak info as I thought in the beginning, but it is constructing the file name here based on some specific rules. So let's try it. Okay. Okay, we are here. Yep. Exactly that method. And this is invoked at the end of this method. So if, okay, special anniversary. So July from the 5th to 13th. Okay, so we can force it with this show Kotlin anniversary splash system property, but still it is okay, so they are adding this suffix because for the community edition the file name probably will be different. For PyCharm it will be different. Will show Kotlin anniversary in PyCharm. Yeah, so here we should actually, here we can do something similar. Okay. This is Java. Still, this is just a path to something already existing in resources. Do load image for startup, aggressive path, create image descriptor list dot index but without text path. Okay. Okay, I went a bit too far. So if I create my splash here, no, don't add it. Come on. And I will just get this absolute path and simply pass it here. No. Let's make it here. Okay, cache still. Okay. Cannot find image because of the missing protocol file. Okay. That's a splash screen. Pretty large, but it's there. So, next thing is okay. This and that. Okay. VM custom VM options. This equals this. No, come on. Nice splash. Yeah, this one. Cannot write to. Funny. Why this file doesn't exist? Okay. Because this doesn't exist. Ah, come on. Wait, this one. No. Custom splash path. What about now? Okay, I have a meeting in at 4 p.m. Okay. So again, show splash, no. Let's debug that, check what is going on. Maybe this property is not here. Simple as that. Yeah, it's no. Why it's no? VM options, system property options. What am I missing here? Maybe this file is simply not loaded. Environment variables, basal program arguments. I don't really know how to pass those system properties to the development and get the dev ID. I don't know. Run tests, modify options. Program arguments, but ISO params. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm stuck. How do I pass this? Okay. How do I? No splash true. Minus D no splash. Okay. VM options. Edit custom properties. Right. Not VM options, but custom properties. Here we are. That's pretty large image. Yeah, I get it. Because it should be at 2x. And so this one is 1280. as this one, and this one is 640. Move, resize. No. I mean, I want to resize this image in the preview app. Edit. Six row, okay. Let's try again. Okay, it's another cache, I believe. So once again,